Have you ever wondered why the more you chase a woman, the more she pulls away? Why your honesty and devotion, the things you thought would win her heart, seem to make her lose interest instead? And yet, when you finally stop caring, when you pull back, she suddenly starts to notice you again. It's confusing, it's painful, and it makes men question themselves. Do women even want love anymore? But here's the truth that most men never understand: women aren't drawn to what's logical. They're drawn to what moves their emotions. And the moment you begin to understand the psychology of love through the eyes of Stoicism, the game changes forever. This is Stoic Power Codes, and today we're going to break down the secret psychology of women, why they love, why they test, and why the men they can't control always stay in their minds. But stay until the end, because the final truth will completely change how you view female desire and emotional connection forever. Chapter 1: The Paradox of Female Desire. Every man at some point has felt it, that strange contradiction where a woman claims she wants a nice guy, yet her actions tell another story. She says she wants peace, but she flirts with chaos. She says she wants a kind man, but she dreams about the one who challenges her. She says she wants commitment, but her heart races for the one she can't easily have. This paradox isn't manipulation, it's nature. A woman's attraction isn't driven by comfort, but emotional stimulation. She falls in love not when she feels safe, but when she feels alive. That's why Stoicism is powerful. Because a Stoic man, calm, grounded, and emotionally unmoved, becomes the rare equilibrium in a world full of chaos. He doesn't chase validation. He doesn't try to prove his worth. And that very indifference ignites the primal curiosity in her. Why can't I affect him? It's not arrogance, it's self-mastery. The more centered you are, the more she feels drawn toward you, not because she understands it, but because her emotions do. Chapter 2: The Emotional Mirror Effect. Women connect through emotional reflection. That means she feels drawn to the emotions you allow her to feel when she's around you. If you're nervous, she feels uncertain. If you're confident, she feels safe. If you're peaceful, she feels stability. But if you're needy, constantly seeking reassurance, she begins to emotionally pull away. Love to a woman is like a dance. She needs to feel your rhythm. And when you're constantly reacting to her moods, you lose your frame. She stops respecting you because she no longer feels your presence, only her control. A Stoic man doesn't react emotionally to every test or silence. He observes, he understands. He knows that most emotional chaos is just a test of his strength. When she withdraws, he stays still. When she provokes, he smiles. When she doubts, he remains certain. That's not coldness, it's emotional leadership. And women crave it more than they can ever admit. Chapter 3: The Mystery Principle. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Women love mystery more than honesty. That's not to say you should lie, but to understand that transparency kills attraction. When you lay every card on the table, your emotions, your intentions, your admiration, she loses the tension that keeps her emotionally invested. The feminine needs uncertainty. It thrives in emotional suspense. Mystery is not about hiding, it's about revealing slowly. It's the art of leaving small spaces between your words that let her imagination fill in the blanks. A Stoic man doesn't rush to explain himself. He speaks less, but each word carries weight. He allows silence to speak for him, and in that silence, she starts wondering, what is he thinking? Does he really like me? Why does he feel so different from other men? Curiosity builds emotional tension, and tension is the heart of attraction. Chapter 4: The Emotional Economy. In every relationship, there's an invisible currency: attention. Whoever gives more of it loses leverage. When a man floods a woman with compliments, constant messages, and reassurance, he's essentially telling her, "You are the center of my world." But the moment she feels that power imbalance, attraction begins to fade. It's not because she's evil, it's because the feminine craves polarity. She feels alive when she has to earn your validation, not when it's handed to her freely. Stoicism teaches the art of restraint, of controlling your impulses, including the urge to seek emotional confirmation. Every time you pause before reacting, every time you choose calm over chaos, you regain your power in the emotional economy. She begins to chase your attention again, not because she's manipulative, but because she feels your value. Chapter 5. The Psychology of Testing. Why do women test men? Because instinctively, they want to feel safe. A woman's test isn't about manipulation, it's about verification. She's not trying to destroy your confidence. She's trying to see if it's real. When she gives you attitude, goes cold, or challenges you, she's subconsciously asking, "Can you handle me?" And most men fail, not because they're weak, but because they take the test personally. The Stoic man passes every test not by fighting back, but by refusing to get emotionally involved. He sees her test as a reflection of her internal storm, not an attack on his worth. This emotional detachment makes her feel something she rarely feels: security, because she realizes, no matter what I throw at him, he remains unshaken. And that realization triggers a deep emotional imprint. She begins to respect him, and that respect slowly turns into love. Chapter 6. The Feminine Need for Emotional Contrast. Women don't fall in love with stability, they fall in love with contrast. Calm and intensity, silence and passion, strength and gentleness. That's why Stoicism works, because it balances these contrasts perfectly. A Stoic man is calm, but passionate when he chooses to be. He's gentle, but firm in his principles. He's loving, but never obsessed. This emotional duality gives a woman the feeling that she's with someone unpredictable, yet dependable. And that's the paradox every woman secretly desires. You don't need to pretend to be mysterious. You simply need to stop explaining yourself. Let her feel your presence, not understand it. Chapter 7. The Attraction of Discipline. Most men believe women are drawn to looks, status, or charm. But the truth is, discipline is the ultimate aphrodisiac. A man who controls himself commands respect. A man who resists temptation emits a power that women feel on a subconscious level. Stoicism trains this power. It makes you immune to distraction, and women sense it instantly. A disciplined man doesn't chase, he attracts. Because his attention is valuable. His energy isn't wasted. And his silence says more than words ever could. When you can master yourself, you master her interest. Chapter 8. The Hidden Psychology of Love. Love, for women, is not logical. It's a sequence of emotions: curiosity, admiration, respect, desire, and finally, attachment. But here's the truth most men never realize. A woman doesn't fall in love with you. She falls in love with the version of herself she feels when she's around you. If you make her feel beautiful, she associates that feeling with you. If you make her feel secure, she connects that peace with you. If you make her feel alive, she starts believing you're the source of that life. The Stoic man doesn't chase these emotions. He creates the environment where they naturally arise. He becomes the calm center of her emotional world. And that's why she keeps returning, even when she doesn't understand why. Chapter 9. The Final Truth, Attraction of Women. Now here's what most men never see coming. The deepest attraction a woman ever feels isn't for the man who excites her, but for the one she can't move. When she realizes her beauty, charm, and games don't shake you, she becomes fascinated. When she sees that you can love her deeply yet still walk away, she becomes emotionally addicted. That's when love transforms into devotion. The paradox of feminine psychology is this: she falls for the man who doesn't need her to fall, and that is the secret few men ever master. Because real attraction isn't about control, it's about self-control. And that, my friend, is the essence of Stoic power. This is Stoic Power Codes. And remember, mastery begins not with women, but within.